My Greatest Sin by Itslynnx, read to you by the Trash Demon. Chapter 2. The Need for Answers. The boy's voice echoes, but he is nowhere to be seen. Fyodor turns, scanning the shadows. Then, in an instant, movement. The boy drops from above, landing in front of Fyodor in a perfect crouch. He grins up at him, eyes gleaming with mischief. Now that he looks at him closely, his eyes are beautiful. They're mismatched, one a cold, stormy grey, the other a sharp, vivid green. The contrast between them is striking, unsettling. As if he sees the world through different lenses, Fyodor stares in awe. "Who are you?" Fyodor mutters. "Oh my, interested in knowing who I am, little saint? My name is Nikolai Gogol." He grins and does a dramatic bow. Then suddenly he steps closer to Fyodor, who takes a step back, but Nikolai closes the distance, circling around him like a cat toying with its prey. "You're quite fast," he muses. "I thought saints didn't like getting their hands dirty. What are you doing chasing after a sinner like me, Fyodor straightens his posture, his expression unreadable. "You stole from a saint. That is not permitted." Nikolai gasps dramatically, pressing a hand onto his chest. "Oh heavens, what a crime! A poor little sinner taking a loaf of bread. Surely the saints will smite me for such a terrible sin." His grin widens. "Or maybe they'll just send little priests like you to do the job." Fyodor's fingers twitch, but he keeps his composure. "Return what you stole." Nikolai holds up the half-eaten loaf, mockingly solemn. "Ah, yes. Here, take it back," he says, before promptly stuffing the rest into his mouth and swallowing it whole. "Oops." Fyodor exhales through his nose. "You think this is a game?" Nikolai leans in, his face inches from Fyodor's. "Everything is a game, little saint." "My name is Fyodor. Stop calling me that," Fyodor says, with an annoyed tone and expression. He remains still, refusing to react, but Nikolai watches him carefully, curious. This one's different. Other saints would have called for guards, or struck him down, or recited some holy scripture in an attempt to shame him. But this one, he stands firm, silent, watching. Interesting. Nikolai lifts a finger and taps Fyodor's forehead. "What's going on in that clever little head of yours?" he hums. "Are you mad? Do you want to hit me? Or are you curious?" Fyodor finally speaks. "What do you want from me?" Nikolai's smile softens just slightly, enough to be unsettling. "Oh, nothing at all." He twirls around and steps back into the shadows. "Just wanted to see what happens when a saint steps into hell." He turns to leave, but before he disappears in the darkness, he glances back. "You'll come back, little saint. I know you will." And with that, he's gone. Fyodor stands in the dim alley, his pulse steady, but something feels off. The sinner's words shouldn't matter. He shouldn't care, and yet he finds himself staring into the dark, long after Nikolai has vanished. When he finally returns to his father, he doesn't mention what happened, but his father was furious that he just disappeared like that. Surprisingly, though, he did not fight with Fyodor. Later that night, when all is silent, Nikolai's words still echo in his mind. "You'll come back, little saint. I know you will." And for the first time, Fyodor isn't sure if he disagrees. After returning from the sinner's district, Fyodor should feel relieved. He is back where he belongs, where everything is orderly, structured, and right. Yet, something is wrong. That night, as Fyodor kneels in prayer, his father's voice echoes from the other room, speaking with other saints about their sanctity of their ways, the filth of the sinners, and the importance of staying pure. But Fyodor finds himself distracted. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees Nikolai's grin. Hears his voice, laced with mockery. Everything is a game, little saint. The memory should disgust him. Instead, it lingers. The way Nikolai spoke so freely, the way he moved without restraint, there was no fear in him, no guilt. And for a brief moment, in that alley, when Fyodor was alone with him, the rigid rules of the saints seemed distant. Why does that bother him? Fyodor rises from the prayer and walks towards the small mirror in his room. He studies his own face. Calm, controlled, unreadable. The same as always. But tonight, there's a crack between the surface. A flicker of something unspoken. Was he right? Was it truly a sin to steal bread if one was starving? Was there any justice in a world that just let sinners suffer? For years, Fyodor never questioned. The saints were good. Sinners were evil. That was the foundation of his world. And yet, a sinner, a thief, no less, had shaken that certainty with one single teasing question. In the following days, Fyodor attempts to return to his routine. He studies scripture, follows his father to the church, and listens to the teaching of the saints. But nothing feels the same. The words of the holy text, once absolute, now seem fragile, mere ink on parchment. The order of the saints, once comforting, now feels suffocating. The clear distinction between righteousness and sin now seems blurred. Each time he sees a sinner being discussed, whether in whispered rumors or sermons condemning their way, his mind drifts to him. Does Nikolai care that he's a sinner? Does he ever doubt himself? Or is he truly free? Fyodor does not believe in desire. He does not believe in temptation. And yet something pulls at him. Not in a way the saints warn against. Not like lust, or greed, or indulgence. It is curiosity. It is the need to understand. Because if Nikolai was wrong, then Fyodor should be able to prove it. He should be able to return to the sinner's district, look him in the eye, and disprove whatever twisted philosophy he lives by. And if he cannot, if Nikolai truly has something Fyodor lacks, then what does that mean for him? Alrighty, that was chapter 2. Have I said this before? I love the author's writing style. It's just, I don't know. I love it so much. Anyways, go leave the author some kudos if you haven't already. Why haven't you already? And, I shall see you in chapter 3.